So I'm going to just kind of quickly go over these. There might be some that you need more review on. There might be some where you really don't need much. So let's take a look at box number 1. A seashell costs 48 cents. I pay with 2 quarters. So it says 2Q. That means 2 quarters. How much is a quarter worth? A quarter is worth 25 cents. Okay? So 25 plus 25 gives us 50 cents. So if you have 2 quarters, you have 50 cents, right? So it costs 48 cents though. So if you paid with 50 cents, I'm going to put my 50 up top. A 0 goes in the 1's place value, a 5 goes in the 10's place value to represent 50 for 2 quarters equals 2 quarters. Now it says it costs 48 cents. So am I going to add 50 and 48 together? No, I'm paying 50 cents. So they're going to take 48 cents away from the 50 that I pay with. So we are going to subtract 48 from 50. Okay? So let's look. We have an 8 in our 1's place value and a 4 in our 10's place value. Let's start with our 1's. 0 minus 8. You can't do 0. This is going to be a little bit more complicated for you. So let's actually count up. This is going to be more 3rd, even 4th grade math for some kids. Okay? So we're going to actually count up or count down from 50. So if I pound on 50, I gave him 50. Now we're going to count down to 48. Okay, so 50, 49, 48. So we counted down 2. So 50 minus 2 equals 8. 50 minus 48 equals 2. Or 2 minus 50 equals 48. Our different fact families. Now we have 2 cents left, right? So if you gave him 50 cents, you'll get 2 cents back. It says label each equal part. Remember, fractions. To me, these shapes all look equal, or these pieces all look equal, right? So how many pieces are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 equal parts. Now, if we know how many equal parts there are, we know what our denominator is. If there's 4 equal parts, our denominator, the number on the bottom, is 4. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to write our denominator in for each piece. Now, our numerator, remember, each piece is its own, so it is 1 of 4. 1 of 4. 1 of 4 pieces. 4 pieces make the whole. Okay? It says complete the graph. 5 children live 6 blocks away. 4 children live 7 blocks away. All right. Now, we're going to complete this graph. It says 5 children live 6 blocks away. Let's take a look at our axis down here. This is our x-axis, y-axis. This tells us our blocks. See how it's labeled? It says blocks. So we know that these numbers refer to the number of blocks, and these numbers refer to the number of children. So if you're looking at children, you have to go up. If you're looking at blocks, you go to the side. Okay, so 5 children. So we have 5 children is right here, live 6 blocks away. Okay? So here's our 6 blocks, 5 children. We're going to make an X in each of these boxes. Fill it up. Okay, now it says 4 children. 4 children live 7 blocks away. Okay, so we're going to go up to 4. See here? We have 4 children. 1, 2, 3, 4 for 7 blocks. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 children live 7 blocks away. All right. Now, write a fact family. Okay, so we have 11. All right, so 11 is what 6 plus 5 equals. Now, flip it around. 5 plus 6 equals 11. Now we're going to subtract. So we're going to put 11 down here to start. We're going to start up at 11. Now we subtract 5. If we subtract a 5, what are we left with? With 6, because it's our fact family. It's our triangle. Now if we do 11 minus 6, what should we be left with? 5, right? So 11 minus 5 equals 6. 11 minus 6 equals 5. All right, now it says, what number are you most likely to spin? Okay, so let's take a look. This is fractions. This is going to be a little bit tougher. This is fractions and this is probability. So notice that each piece has a different letter or a different number. Now these numbers are not fractions inside, okay? So let's figure out what pieces are the same. I see a 1 and I see a 1. I don't see any more 1s, so there are 2 1s, and I see 1, 2, 3, 3 3s. So there are 3 3s, 2 1s. Now, there's only 1 2. Now, if I were to tell you let's think about our PBIS drawing, and if there were 2 tickets in the jar, or say if you had 2 tickets in the jar and your friend had 1, do you think you have a better shot at getting drawn for the PBIS drawing if you have 2 tickets in? Correct. Now what about if you had 3? You'd have an even better chance. So there are 3 pieces with the number 3, which means that's the most amount of pieces that are the same. So 3 is going to be the one that we're most likely going to spin. Okay? So imagine if you had 3 tickets in the SOAR drawing, you would have a better chance of winning than somebody who had 2 tickets or 1 ticket. All right, math box number 6. It says write a less than, greater than, or equal to sign. Now, less than, greater than, or equal to. Remember, it's like an alligator mouth. Our alligator is hungry, so it wants to eat the bigger number. So the mouth wants to be open to the bigger number. All right, so let's take a look at our numbers, 13 and 31. Which number is bigger? 31 is bigger. I agree. 31 is the bigger number, so our alligator mouth needs to be open towards 31. Now, this reads 13 is less than 31. Okay, so 13 is less than 31. Our alligator is eating 31. 108 and 80. Which one is the bigger number, 108 or 80? I agree. 108 is the bigger number. So our alligator mouth opens up and eats the bigger number. Now this reads 108 is greater than 80. 108 is greater than 80. Bigger number, bigger meal. Okay? So open the mouth towards bigger number. Oh, this one gets a little tricky. 1 plus 2. Well, I know that 1 plus 2 equals 3. 1 more than 2 is 3. Now, is 3 bigger or is 12 bigger? Good job. 12 is bigger. So we go ahead, make our alligator mouth open towards the 12 because it's the bigger number, the bigger meal. Now this reads 1 plus 2 is less than 12. 1 plus 2 is less than 12, and that is all, and that's a true statement. All right, so boys and girls, that is all I have for 8.8. I know it was a long video, but I hope it really helps you guys out. I know this distance learning is not exactly the greatest way to learn math, but if you try really hard, I think you guys are going to master these skills, and your second grade teachers are going to be so proud of you and so impressed. So keep working hard, give it your best effort, and let me know if you have any extra questions.